So hello guys. So in this session we are going to configure EHA between the firewall threat defense, that is the firewall of Cisco, and we gonna be using firewall management center for configuring this EHA. So first of all I'll show you the scenario. So okay, this one is the virtual firewall. So I've deployed the uh, yeah, firewall threat defense and similarly the firewall management center and the test PC for testing these firewalls. So at initially there is two firewall, FTD as the primary one and the secondary one is FTD sec, and similarly this FMC is firewall management center to manage these two firewalls. So uh, first first of all, the network configuration seems like this. For FTDPR, I've used network adapter as an management network, and similarly this PM network will be using as WAN interface to which will be connected to the internet, my upstream router, and similarly the these are the following port groups for the other LAN interface and server interface. So similarly, the secondary firewall is also configured with the same configuration as of FTDPR, and this is the configuration for FMC, Firewall Management Center, and the network adapter is used here only as a single, that is the management port group. So this is all about the network configuration. And so I'll first access the both firewall FTDPR and secondary, and similarly I'll show you how to configure HA from you by using FMC. So for this, this is the PC we are trying to uh, access. So I'll use external console for this one, that is VMware remote console. So I'll first check the status of both FTD device. So its IP is 10, sorry, okay, this one is 2. This is the primary device, firewall. Okay, admin. Similarly, the other one is 3. Okay, so this is the first firewall, that is FTD PR, primary one. I'll be using this firewall as an primary. So its network interface you can see here. So it's sorry, the management interface is 10.10.10.2/24. So similarly, while configuring the virtual firewall, so you'll be granted for a 90 days evaluation license. So you can also choose the tier itself. So I'll show you how to do this one. So uh, for tier performance, so you can use performance tier as per your PM capability. So I've just chosen this as an 4 core and 8 GB. So you can choose 4 core, sorry, the 8 core and 16 GB simultaneously if you have more resources. So and this one, okay, so I'll show you the network interfaces. So currently I haven't configured anything. By default it is taking this IP. So after the initial network configuration, I've left some of the pending deployment. So I'll first deploy this one. So there is nothing more changes here. So I've just configured the management. Okay, so I'll deploy this, and similarly in, okay, the deployment job is in progress. So okay, and similarly in the secondary firewall, so same tier has been chosen, and this is the management interface 10.10.10.3. So I'll just deploy pending configuration. Okay, so until then I'll show you the management center. So its IP is 10.10.10.5, and okay, this is the uh, UI of Firewall Management Center. So so later on we'll be adding the devices from this device management tab. So in this session I'll be only explaining about the HA cluster. How can we achieve the cluster in this firewall? So okay, so so for first in first firewall we need to configure the manager, which will be adding to the firewall management center. So we need to provide some registration key, and we need to allow the management IP in the both firewall, primary and secondary firewall. So we need to do this from the console itself. So I'll do this one first. Okay, so this is the primary firewall. So so I'll just put configure manager, sorry, configure. Okay, configure, this one is the primary firewall. Configure manager add. So the IP of management firewall management center is 10.10.10.5. So I need to choose the IP as 10.10.10.5, and we need to provide some alphanumeric character for the registration key. Okay, so for now I'll just choose as firepower at the rate 123. Okay, sorry, firepower input parameters. Okay, only firepower. I am just taking as firepower. So you'll be prompt for yes or no. So you'll do just yes. So okay, this one is for the primary one. So and similarly I need to do the same step in the secondary firewall too. Okay, the configure manager add 10.10.10.5 and firepower as the alphanumeric character. Okay, same. Okay, let's verify in primary one. So it's taking a time, so let's wait for a minute. Okay, so you can verify here. So management manager has been successfully configured. So let's verify in the secondary firewall too. Okay, this one. Okay, please make a note. Okay, manager successfully configured. So we can now move on to the FMC. So this is the FMC. So I'll first add the devices, and we'll go through the HA configuration simultaneously. So for this one, we have IP 10.10.10.2 as an primary device. So I'll just keep this one as FTD, sorry, FTD ER, and the registration key will be firepower. Okay, so I'll just put it on notepad. FIREPO. So and this one as Firewall, and I haven't created any group until now, so we'll be doing this later on. So access control policy. So we need to define a access control policy here. So let's create this one. So FTD policy. Okay, this is for just the demo purpose. So I'll just skip this one. I haven't configured any best policy here. So initially, I'll just allow the default action as block all traffic. So okay, save. So okay, this has been configured. So initially, I have just talked about this tier performance. So I'll be just choosing this one as 4 core and 8 GB. So this will be fine. And I'll not include this one currently. So register, let's do this one. So we need to repeat the same step for the secondary one also. So we'll verify the status for both firewall. Okay, so you can see here the devices has been successfully added. So similarly, we need to follow the same step for the secondary one. So let's do for the secondary one. So I'll just add it and devices, and the IP is 10.10.10.3, and its name will be FTD secondary. Okay, sorry, I'll just verify once. So okay, uh, okay, add devices and 10.10.10.3, and its name would be FTD, and its registration key is the same one, this one. Okay, and group will be the known itself, and FTD policy just we created before, and the tire is 4 core and 8 GB. Okay, register. So it will take a bit, so I'll just uh, pause the video and I'll continue with the after the deployment. Okay, so the devices has been added. So the primary one, okay, the status is green here. So similarly, the secondary device will be added soon. Okay, you can verify here. So FTD secondary has been also added here. So it will just take few more minutes. So until then, let's check this one. Okay, this one, okay, and similarly this one. So, and so I forgot to mention that the licenses and the tires should match with each other between these two firewalls. So if it doesn't match, so HA configuration will be not successful. So we need to match everything in both firewall. Okay, so let's verify this one. So okay, registering process is on. So and in this file also the everything is normal right now. So normal. So there is no any warning or error. So let's wait for a few minutes. So okay, the device has been added. The secondary device has been also added. So the default access control policy was FTD policy. So similarly, the secondary firewall will also detect the same policy here. So let's wait for a few minutes. So and after this one, we'll be configuring uh, the HA cluster between these firewalls. So there is some deployment pending here. So let's wait for a few minutes. So okay, I think it's working now. So there is some pending tasks on FTD secondary. Okay. So we can also verify from the deployment history. So this one is the secondary one. This one is the primary. So there is some status pending. So okay, I think it is now completed. So okay, device management. Okay, there is still some deployment pending. So until then, I'll just make a group for these two devices. So I'll just put it as FTD data center or something. So okay, this is the device and this one is the secondary one. So I'll group it. So okay, so okay, so it is named as FTD DC. There is two devices, so we can group it as per our requirement. So deployment history. This one is completed. This one is also completed. Okay, device management. So okay, both one is completed. Now we'll move on to the configuration of HA. So okay, HA availability. So I'll just put it as HO HA head office HA or something. So device type this here our device type is 5 power thread defense. So I'll be choosing this one. So okay, this one and I'll just choose primary pair as FTD PR and secondary pair as FTD secondary. So okay, I'll continue this one. So okay, there is some warning. So once this operation is started, uh, so there is it's not processing of primary and secondary devices. So this can cause the traffic interruption. So we'll just so this is in lab environment. I'll just continue this one. So okay, so I need to choose the interface for Yachi in both devices. So I'll just choose as one of the interface which is not used currently. So I'll just choose this gigabits 0/6. So for logical name and interface file, I'll just choose the stateful as also. So okay, I can just choose same as LAN failover link for this one. So it will just choose this one. Okay, logical name. So test or something. Okay, so and test HA and primary for primary IP. I'll just put this one 25 sorry 253.10. Okay, 10 and for secondary IP 254.253.11 and I'll just put subnet as 192.168.255.0. Okay, so I'll not enable the IPsec encryption currently. So okay, everything is fine here. So I'll just put state link as the same LAN failover link, which is this one. So okay, add. So okay, it is adding HA. So until then, I'll just check the ping for both devices. Pin.2. This is the primary one, and similarly, this one is the 10.10.3. Okay. So okay, configure interface monitoring option to protect the HA. Apply the same health policy to the primary and okay, added. Okay, the pair has been added. So let's wait for a few minutes. So it is just taking some tasks. Configuration is in progress. Okay. So it will take some moment. So this is the secondary one. Okay, so after HA configuration, we'll see some this device will be temporarily not accessible. So okay, this is not accessible since it will be in standby mode. So until then, let's verify this one. Okay, both device is not currently working. So let's wait for a few minutes. This is the tertiary one. Okay, so I think there is some cluster fail, no active unit found. So okay, I'll just check it with this one. Okay, the deployment of secondary bootstrap configuration to 44 seconds. Okay, let's wait for a few moments. No active unit found. Thing is working fine. So I think there is some pending tasks. So okay, let's wait for a few more minutes. Okay, so by default, the secondary one is now currently detected as active met. So I'll just verify this one first. So there is some warning here. Okay, so one more has warning. So let's verify this one. I'll just check if I'm able to enter into the device or not. Okay. So okay, this one is the configure interface for AHE. This I'm able to access the primary device currently. So there is some initial health policy issues here. So status is fine, and similarly, let's check to the secondary device. So this one is the okay. So you can also verify here. So the FTD-PR. This is primary active one, and this one is the secondary that is standby in standby mode. So I can also verify this one. So this is the secondary one. So we have some pending initial health policy issues here. So I'll just verify this one first. So okay, this one is HA. So okay, it is all fine here. The device management. So currently the primary FTD-PR is now primary, that is in active mode, and the uh, secondly the FTD-SCC is secondary, that is in standby mode. So we have now successfully configured the HA part here. So I'll just verify with these warnings. No warning. This is the same warning. This is so the cluster unknown check peer event for reason detected as an active mode. Health monitor. So now we'll not be able to browse this one. So FMC have taken the ownership for this both firewalls. So we don't need this anymore now. So we can just configure anything we want from the firewall management center itself. So okay. Data collection for CPU module is disabled in health policy. Partial or no data management. So okay, this is just the warning. So there will be no any issue in configuration. So we can move on to the configuration part. So this is all for the HA configuration part. So so okay, now everything is fine here. So both the status is normal. For both devices the status is normal. So thank you so much for watching this video. So I'll be just making videos regarding FTD in another session. So thank you.